Talk about rational exponents. Write each of the following as a radical and simplify where possible. So you know 1/2 is actually the square root, which is the radical sign. So 1/2 you gotta know that it is the radical sign. So it will give you 18, square root of 18. So let me write it here that 1/2 is actually a square root. You get it? So we have 2, which is bracket negative 125 minus 1 to the power of 1/3 squared. 1/3. The degree is negative 1/3. So actually the degree is actually 1/3, not negative 1/3. It's actually 1/3. How? So I'm gonna say my bracket here, which is equals to bracket negative 125, and I'm gonna say negative 1. I'm gonna say 1/3, which in case that I put it everything. So negative 125, when we put it in a calculator and say negative 1, you get a 1/2. You get a 1 like this over 1, negative 125. You get a negative 125 and then 1/3. What is next? The next thing you gotta put 3 have to be a degree. A 3 is a degree. The 3 is a degree. And the invisible one will be inside what? Inside a square root. So you're gonna say like this. And then you put a 3 here, which is actually the degree. And then you say negative 1/25. Negative 1/25. And then you can see here. Okay, what is next? When you put a cube root, so you're gonna get negative 1/5. If you put everything in the calculator, you get a negative 1/5. So negative 1/5 is the cube root of, is the cube root. Negative, actually, negative 1/2, 1/5 is the cube root of this whole thing. Is the cube root. So 3 is the cube root of everything. So once you put a cube root, you get a negative 1/5. So the answer is negative 1/5. Once you put everything in a calculator. So they said a rational exponent. Why this one we didn't actually put it in the calculator? Once we put it in the calculator, we're gonna get numbers that are commas that do not and are not recruiting, which in case we just let it in a rational view. And then this one is actually a rational exponent because it is actually, you can write it as a fraction. This one is not actually, we just write because they say a rational form. Okay, 3 we have 4 to the power of 3 of 4 over 2. Okay, what we are going to do here. Okay, so this is our degree, and then this is our recticant, and then this is a 3. So we're gonna say square root of 2 degree, which is 2, and then 4, and then the 3. Let us put everything into the calculator and see what we are going to get. Let's put everything. Look, I got 8, which in case is a rational number. Okay, it is a positive integer. So let's go to the 4. 4 said 4 is negative 81 all over the 2. So we know that, you gotta remember this, that's a 1 over 2 Let's say we say 1 over 2 is actually a square root. A 1 over 2 is actually a square root. It's actually a radical sign. It is a radical sign. Okay. Because this is a 1 over 2, you're just gonna say this one and then you like negative 81. And then you'll be there like you left it like this. And then we're moving on to the next one. Here we have a 0,0,008, which in case will give you a rational number which is 1 over 25. So doing this, we work with the rational number. So I'm going to say 1 over 125 all to the power of 1 over 3. And then we do our radical 3, and then you'll be like 1 over 25. In case you're gonna get 1 over 5, positive 1 over 5. So this 3 is a cube root of the whole square root, and you get a rational number.